The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Seahawks and the Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Today it's the second of 3 games here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Now Geno. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. 2nd down. 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Smith. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now Smith. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a 4th-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they change their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now 2nd and 9. Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Now Cousins. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They know that. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January. But, hey, here's the bottom line. There's 18 other teams that wouldn't mind being in this spot right about now.
Yeah, and you had to stick it to them, didn't you? Those 18 who are sitting at home right now. But you're exactly right about that. Your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset at this point. How do they break it down so they're not looking at this whole big road and saying to themselves, we've got no shot. You've got to break it down to this game right now. Win this one, then worry about the rest of them after this.
Smith on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. 2nd and 6. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the Seattle. DK Metcalf, 60 yards. And the Seahawks are able to add on to that lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Off the play fake, Cousins. That's caught downfield by Addison. And now across midfield down to the 45. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Throwing is Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. So from the 37, here's second down and 2. Play fake. Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing, Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! K.J. Osborne, 43 yards. And the Vikings are back within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Geno. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Throwing is Smith. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On the return is Pettis. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
2nd and 10. running from the shotgun with Madison. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
You force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. A give to the fullback on the dive. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. 2nd down and 6 now. Fullback. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Smith. And that is incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Here's Cousins.
He gets it to Addison.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. To throw is Cousins. That is caught. And he's got this down to the 35.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner, in to bring him down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Cousins to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight-line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Going to the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that 1st down.
Now Geno on 1st down. It's caught. Lockett. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. Returning right back to Lockett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. It's complete to Lockett. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Again, Smith. Short throw to Disley. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. And Lockett going to pick up a Seahawks 1st down as the tackle is made at the 28-yard line. On 1st down, it's Smith. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
To the air again, Smith. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Seahawks go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. What a 1st half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Cousins. He's got a man complete. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cousins now. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
Yep, as a result, knocks it down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're back within a touchdown, 17-10. These kickers now used to be in the 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now Smith. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw caught there by Osborne. And pulled down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Now Cousins. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. And remember, the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Cousins. That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a third person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Here comes Pettis on the return. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Cousins, meanwhile, has this complete to Madison.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now this going to be a quarterback draw.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll run it here. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the Cowboys who get the win at home. Dak Prescott, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the 3rd quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. On 1st down, Smith. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And they'll go on the ground. Now inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 59 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went into the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and the lead now up to 14. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Pettis now on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now Geno. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. From the gun, here's Smith. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On the return is Pettis. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, They had to punt it away, this time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. First down, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long. They'll set up to throw. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. First and 10 as this new drive starts. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. And they'll run it here. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a third down and 8. Throwing now is Geno. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Danielle Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's the fullback with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Seahawks continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. To throw is Cousins. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Over the middle and hauled in by Osborne. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
2nd down and 4.
They go play action. Cousins.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 34-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Off the play fake, Cousins.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And out now come the Seahawks.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30.
And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he's stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Here's Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins
over the middle and complete to Addison. And he will have a Vikings 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
On the handoff, it's Madison. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Devin Bush sprinting behind the line to track down the ball carrier. Now they after the loss. Cousins to throw it. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Now a 2nd and 2. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Smith.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
Smith on 3rd down. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. And out now come the Vikings. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Pass caught here by Osborne. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 on the Seahawks 25.
Now a give to Madison. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Throwing is Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Minnesota. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Pass complete to Addison. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. But Charles, what a rookie season he had, catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
Cousins on 1st down. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. Now Cousins hands to Jones. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. They'll run it with Madison to the 27-yard line.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing, Cousins.
Throw caught there by Osborne. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Cousins.
This is Alexander Madison out of the backfield with it.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll set up 2nd and goal. Now Cousins. Touchdown!
K.J. Osborne.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this belongs to the Vikings. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Meanwhile, Cousins, and the throw here caught by Addison.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To the air again, it's Cousins.
They'll get this underneath to Madison.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. They only needed 1, but it ends up being a gain of 6 and moves the chains. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
2nd down, Cousins.
Throw out wide is incomplete. Here's 3rd down and 5.
Here's Cousins.
That is caught.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson
from 17 yards out.
And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And that's caught at the 2. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. We'll see out on the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Well, some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So Cousins and the Vikings down by 5. A little over a minute and a half remaining. A touchdown likely means they move on in these playoffs. Tense moments for the hometown faithful as they've got it with a first down. Now Cousins. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Under 90 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Cousins. Over the middle and complete to Addison. Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. He has his target. It's Addison. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Cousins to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play. And they got it right there, partner.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
And there it is, that symbol that ends a game that one team loves and the other team can't stand, taking a knee. And guess what? The visitors came in and got it done. Wild card round, first step on their way trying to get to the Super Bowl.
First step indeed. They're underdogs. We'll see if they can continue to make some noise in the playoffs, but a good first step. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.